had no idea I'd be speaking in front of such a large group. I never would have agreed to it. Thank you all for coming. Unlike most of the people here, I haven't known Jan all that long. I met her when I was facilitating the homeless intervention team, and she started coming to the meetings. And because I'm the communications coordinator for the county, I'm not in social services, health and human services. So I didn't really know what I was doing with this group. But what I noticed about Jan was that she was the one that came up with these really creative solutions when somebody had a family that was homeless or at risk of homelessness. She would just come up with these great ideas, and she did it in such a sweet, gentle, caring way. Just kind of slipped in all this tons and tons of information. And at the same time, I was facilitating the mental health consortium meetings. So I really picked up on the fact that Jan knew just a ton about mental health resources. And our mental health consortium was looking for people who wanted to, who would lead a NAMI group in the county, a National Alliance for Men on Mental Illness group, a support group. And we had a couple people who were kind of interested, but they'd come to one meeting and then they wouldn't come to another. And so I kept thinking, I wonder if Jan would do this. And I didn't really know her that well, so I didn't know how to ask her, and I'm not real good at asking people to help with things anyway. And usually, you try to butter somebody up and get them to do that, but I wasn't sure how to do that. And then I thought, well, is there any way I could guilt her into doing it? But I didn't know how to go about that. And then, blackmail always comes to mind. But I couldn't find any dirt on her. I don't think there is any dirt on Jan. And I didn't have any way to bribe her. So I had to just plain ask her. And I just remember her saying, yes, that's something I'd like to do, or I'd be interested in doing. And, I have no salesperson in me at all, and it was like, well, do you know how hard it would be to go through all that? And then you'd have to commit to it, and you have to have somebody who will do it with you, and then you have to, it's a big, huge commitment. She's like, yeah, do it. And then, wow, I was totally amazed by that. So I didn't leave it there, because I was on the Health Break team, too, when we started our mental health initiative. And one of the things we wanted to do was have a group that would just meet, kind of a discussion group for employees to talk about mental health resources, particularly for those of us who have family members who are struggling with mental illness, and what can we do to be supportive and to help them, and how can we take care of ourselves. So again, gee, I wonder, who could do this? Who would be good at leading this group? Well, Jan came to mind. I asked Jan, and she said yes again. So I'm on a roll here. I'm pretty happy about this. But, she came to these meetings, and we had like 8 or 10 people come. They were once a month, and Jan would provide these wonderful resources, and she would get us talking about how different ideas that we had, how we could support people, how we could take care of ourselves. And it was just such a great environment for people to share, to feel comfortable, and to feel supported here at work. And through these experiences, what I learned is that when I would talk to my friends or my family members or my coworkers, I would quote Jan. I'd say, well, you know what Jan Ratty said. and I would feel like I was very smart because I knew what they should do. And of course, I'm a former reporter, so I had to attribute it to her. But I realized I had learned so much from Jan. I was just so thankful that she had come into my life for me personally, for the things that I was struggling with. But I'm so thankful that she has been a coworker for all of us, that she has that openness, that ability to share and to be so kind to people, and just such a strong source of support through the tough times. So Jan, I just wanted to thank you for saying yes to someone you didn't even know that well, and for just being there for us for all that time. We all hope that you'll enjoy your retirement, and you'll do so knowing that you've made Carver County a better place. So thank you. It's been a joy being with you.
Thanks, Kenny.
So glad that I'm done with this, but now I want to just thank you all for coming, and I want to introduce Liz and Walt Cheever. They're here to talk about the Gold Star family and Jan's involvement
program.